There's a lot of talk in the manosphere about leaving the West. Not everyone. I mean, most people, I don't think, are thinking about leaving their country. A lot of people don't have the money anyway to leave their country for a different country, even if it's a less expensive country. Um, but there is some talk in the manosphere about better women on the horizon, better places to live on the horizon. So I did. I tried to find anything, and I couldn't find any hard evidence uh, if it's easier for like Western guys. I mean, I know it is. Everyone knows it is. I just couldn't find any real hard evidence, like numbers wise, to show that it's way easier for Western guys to get foreign chicks. Um, I mean, and there's other reasons to leave developed countries now besides just chicks. I mean, I think that developed countries, especially the West, especially America, is on the downfall. And I mean, it's been on the downfall for God knows how long, and people have been saying this for God knows how long, and it hasn't fallen yet. But it just gets worse and worse. I feel. I feel that America, especially, is just getting worse and worse of a place to live in. Especially New York. I don't know why everyone's fascinated with New York. It is the worst place you could possibly live in. The traffic is out of control. It's horrendous. Everyone's angry. It's awful. It's just awful. Unless Elon Musk can save us with a new traveling device, I'm dying to get out of New York. The only reason I stay here is because everyone I know lives here. My family and friends live here, and I have a job. That's why I don't leave. But I would. I wish I could leave. I probably would never leave America, although I feel like it's on a downfall. I mean, any some evidence to show that it's on downfall. The biggest thing is the birth rate. I've gone over the birth rate. Developed countries' birth rate is declining, and it's declining to the point where it can't keep up with the population. It has to take immigrants now, and any immigrants to keep up with the population, to keep a steady population. Uh, and besides that, the media and every celebrity I can think of is like it's so anti. It's just they're trying to start any battle they can. It's just a shit pot where everyone is trying to stir the shit pot to make a mess, to make it as nasty and as messy as it could possibly be until there is violence, and there is violence in the country. But they want more. It's like not enough. I know it gets views, violence gets views, and drama gets views, but we're at this point now where we can't stop ourselves from indulging in the drug of drama, and we're just going to bury ourselves with this stuff. But from my experience hitting on foreign chicks, before I go into what I found, me and my friend used to go when we were younger, in our 20s. We used to hit on chicks. We used to try game. I read the game from Neil Strauss, and I was like, all right, let me try this. Let me see if I can get good at this. I hated it. I couldn't stand hitting on girls. I couldn't stand giving them the power, giving them that power. When you hit on a girl, you're giving them the ball. I hate doing it. I mean, to a certain extent, you have to do it to get chicks if you're not a super high valued guy. But I hated fucking doing it. But me and my friend would go out to try and get girls, and we would do it in New York City, and we hit on New York City chicks and foreign chicks, and the difference, it's like a night and day difference. A New York City girl, when you hit on some, even like Long Island's terrible. Anyone from the East, anyone in America probably, except like the Midwest maybe. They're so they don't even talk to you when you even and you're not even hitting on them. You're just trying to talk to them, and they won't even respond to you. They don't even acknowledge that you're a human being. They won't even acknowledge that you're there. I remember hitting on. We went to this, like, I guess it was like an all white party or whatever. Me and my friend just walking around the city, and we hit on these two chicks, and I'm asking what's going on at the party. I'm trying to be funny, and one woman is just staring straight, not just and just shaking her head like this, and our other friends laughing at the whole situation. It's just they won't even blink at you. And then we hit on foreign chicks, and if you say anything to them, they'll have a conversation with you. They'll just have a conversation with you. They'll talk to you like you're a human being. They're nice. They're so much nicer. Foreign women are so much nicer than American chicks. That was my experience. That they are easier to get. I didn't get any of them, but I think they are easier to get. I read some. I remember reading some stuff about guys on the Incel Me website. It was some guys were trying to do experiments on Tinder by changing their location. I remember them saying that it is easier in Asia to get girls in Asia. They have a just be white theory, JBW theory, that white guys can get girls in Asia, but I think just anywhere that isn't a developed Western country, it's easier to get girls for anyone. I got to think of Roosh V. I think I got an article from Roosh V. Roosh V is a guy who has been picking up chicks for like 15 years. That's all he does. I mean, now he's changed his tone because now he realizes it's like not really a fulfilling life. He wants a family now. That he's like almost 40 years old, so it's not really a fulfilling life. But he's gone through so many different countries, in his perspective, and he's probably the most known. I mean, the best information I can get is from him. I don't know any other guys who have more experience than him when it comes to getting foreign chicks. He says it's easier to get sex, but you can't. It's harder to have a long-term relationship because you have to speak their language, which is pretty important. I think a lot of people forget that. You need to speak the language of the girl, or else you can't even have a conversation. I don't even know what you could talk about. You definitely need to speak the language. That's what you got to learn. You got to learn whatever country you're trying to go to. You should learn that language. Definitely learn the language. He had an earlier article though, 2013, where he said that it was a bunch of things that he said about going to easier to get foreign chicks, or just in general getting foreign chicks. And he said that they're thinner and they don't have an attitude, which is like really so true. I've been to multiple countries. Every person in general is thinner. I mean, the obesity epidemic in the Western countries are so out of control. It's so out of control that when you go to another country and you see thin people, you think like, wow, you got to eat food. Meanwhile, it's like, no, they're normal. We're giant. They're normal. They're skinny. Skinny is not too skinny, but skinny is normal. We're so used to seeing fat people here. Everyone's eating every single, like 10 meals a day, from Burger King, McDonald's, everything else. Especially with the movements that are going on, like the feminist movements and the fat acceptance movements. They're just burying this country. They're just burying They're just burying the species, just burying. When it comes to either killing yourself and having a heart attack, or just not allowing yourself to even attract a mate of the opposite sex. And then I saw an article from a French woman. I tried to try to get some information from the other side, from like a foreign woman, and it's like I don't know what to think about her article. So she said the accents are exciting. American accents are exciting. Okay, I've heard that before. There's a potential for dual citizenship, and there's like a red flag immediately. I mean, I don't know if women are the same. Women are probably the same everywhere you go, and they're just always out to look out for themselves and just get dual citizenship. Even you're a guy thinking you go into a foreign country and you're thinking you're gonna get some benefits, and meanwhile she's just out to get citizenship and use you. But shit, if you're getting sex, then I guess it's a fair trade. I wouldn't I wouldn't use my money, or I don't know if dual citizenship takes anything away from me. I think it does, but that's what she said. American men are low maintenance. I don't think so. She said American men are low maintenance. I don't think so. I don't know what she got that from. And then she said American women are more comfortable flirting and being sexual. So yeah, this whole article is wrong. This whole article is incorrect. American women are more comfortable flirting and being sexual. That is so not true. American women are so not comfortable flirting, and they don't even want to flirt. It's gotten to the point where like American women hate American men, and vice versa. It's gotten to the point where it's like we're barely on the brink of disaster. And they're not as sexual as foreign chicks, at least from when I was hitting on both sides. I was hitting on foreign chicks and regular chicks, or American chicks. I found Finland has a high demand for foreign men. I don't know how I never heard of that. Finland has a high demand for foreign men. I don't know why that is. It says that they're better looking. Women think that foreign men are better looking. I guess Finland men are ugly. Then I just looked up like every countries with the hottest women, but every list is different. Every list has different countries for the hottest women. So I didn't even include it in the research. Then which countries are the U.S. dollar worth the most? Is the U.S. dollar worth the most? South Africa is 1, 2 Brazil, 3 Egypt, 4 Argentina, 5 Hungary, Again, the countries. There's so many countries that the American dollar is worth more, or the Western, or the European, or any Western country's currency is worth more. That it's really just that's you can go anywhere probably in the world for now before the total collapse of the economy happened. Then countries where women outnumber men: Latvia, 54% are women, and that was on like a multiple lists. And Lithuania, 54%, Curacao, 53.9, and then Ukraine, 53.7, and that was on multiple lists. Those are the countries that are mainly women. But yeah, it's so I don't know how to find this stuff. If anyone else could find this stuff, I mean, I didn't want to make my own experiment because it would cost money to go on, because you can go on Tinder and then pay for the gold upgrade and then change your location. That's the best way to find out where you can get chicks. Just doing that. Do that. Someone do that and then give me their research. That's really the best way to find out where the best country is for you. But I just don't want to spend money on one piece of evidence for one video. I didn't really want to spend money on my Tinder. Plus, I don't want to change my location on Tinder. I don't care. I want to keep my location. But yeah, I couldn't find too much. And plus, if I went into America collapsing, that's a whole video in itself. But for my perspective, you should, if you're looking to get girls, America or the West is really not the place. It is really not the place anymore. Right now, it seems to be the place of depression. That's what the place. That's what it is now. But it is not the place to get girls. Maybe Asia. Try Asia. Anywhere in Asia, if you're from the West. And then I heard Rushvi say South America too. So South America too. But yeah, that's it.